This being the first Sunday of the month, in fact it's the first Sunday of the year, it's time for to do the monthly draw. This is going to be the last time I'm going to do this out of the bucket. The reason being is there's a lot of names of people who don't watch the videos anymore, and I keep drawing out names and they don't get claimed. So hopefully this one does get claimed, and the name I've got is Paul Holloway. Right Paul, so all you need to do is email me, the normal email, that one up there, and I'll get them sent off to you as soon as possible. I'm going to carry on doing the monthly giveaways as long as people keep sending things in for me to give away. But I'm going to stop using this method for the reasons already explained, and I'm going to use the electronic method. That means that when I announce the giveaway prize, which I'm going to do in this video, all you need to do is comment on that video. In your comment you must put a specific phrase. Specific phrase will be 2023 giveaway 1, and next month it'll be 2023 giveaway 2, and so on until we get to the end of the year. Right, that's enough talking. I'll show the prizes and we'll get on with the second part of the video. These are the prizes for next month's giveaway: Extreme Plasma Cup, the normal Cleveland drills, and a nice little adjustable protractor. I want a little bit of cleaning up, but it is quite a nice little item. It was given to me by a good friend, and I've got a better one now, so I don't use it anymore. Don't forget, the phrase you must put in the description box to enter is 2023 giveaway 1. I'm going to show a little bit more of this oscillating steam engine. My plan is basically to take it to bits and clean it all up and possibly paint it and put it back together again. I don't think it's done a great lot of work. There doesn't appear to be very much wear on it. The engine's a 2-cylinder. I've got 2 cylinders. It's in a V configuration. That's your V. It's called an oscillating engine because the cylinders oscillate like that from side to side, and they cover and uncover ports, as we'll see when I take a cylinder off. The cylinders are double acting. That means we've got steam on both sides of the piston. So for every 1 revolution you have 4 power strokes. That's why the engine is self-starting. So this one has got power going up there, power going up there, power going down, and power going down. So it's 4 power strokes every revolution. I'm going to take the cylinder head off first, but they're not called cylinder heads on steam engines, they're called cylinder covers. So I'm going to take the cylinder cover off, measure the bore and stroke. Then I'm going to take a complete cylinder and a connecting rod off and have a look at the ports behind here. One thing I'll possibly change is the pipework. These plumbing fittings, I'm not very keen on them, so we'll possibly do something with that. Right, so we'll take the cylinder cover off first. I'm just going to mark it so it goes back on the same way. These are all metric bolts, so it's a fairly recent build. I've been able to find out nothing at all about its history, who built it, nothing. Right, so that's the cylinder head off. Nice and oily inside of there because I've been putting oil in as I run it. There's no wear at all on there. There's very little room between the recess on the top of the cylinder cover and the piston, which is what you need. Right, we'll measure the bore, then we'll measure the stroke. That's 60 mil on the bore. This will be a powerful engine, but it'll be very uneconomical because you can't do anything with the valve timing. All you can do is have it set, and that's it. Right, so 0, the vernier there, down to the bottom of its stroke, measure that, and we'll get 80mm. So it's 60mm bore, 80mm stroke. There's a big spring on the back of here, and there's a bearing in there. What that does, it keeps the cylinder pulled against the port face because the steam pressure is trying to blow it off the port face. So if we disconnect that and loosen the cap on the big end, the whole cylinder should come off. It's got ball bearings in there for the big ends or ball races. By the look of it, because these aren't split, we take this bolt out of here. Just a spacer, that's the crank pin, and that's definitely a ball bearing in there or a ball race in there. The black stuff will be graphite, there'll be graphite yarn in there. There's a gland on the bottom that seals the steam in from that end. I've marked it once again to make sure it goes back together the right way around. And so we can unscrew this spring off the back of here. You can see it's starting to wobble around. That's quite a fearsome spring, that. It'll put quite a lot of pressure on there. Obviously it needs to withstand the steam pressure. When I rebuild this, I'll probably make some of these parts out of brass, a little bit more ornate, no other reason than that. And so it's got a thrust bearing in the bottom, that's quite important. Right. Right, this big end's not split, so it must just be a tight fit on that ball race in there. So with a puller on there really to pull that off. It is definitely starting to move. Right, it has given in, so we can pull the cylinder off. And I'm liking what I'm seeing here. It's got O-rings on that port face. That's a bronze bush in there. This has been properly thought out and properly built. You see the double ports for the reversing action. These are separate plates from that block with the ports beautifully machined in. And you can see it's got a nice bronze or a brass. It'll be bronze. There's an oiler there which dribbles oil down into there. But look at the cylinder. These are also separate parts. They've been ground flat, and they're the ports that allow the steam in as it rocks between the two ports on the port face. And that's the steam port in there, the top port. And there'll be one in the bottom exactly the same. This is all beautifully made stuff. Feels really nice in there. I think I'll take the bottom off just to see what sort of piston ring setup it's got on it. So once again we'll mark which way it goes. I don't know if it'll have piston rings in or O-rings. Some of the modern O-ring material really is very good. Right. Right, that's got two beautiful piston rings on there. No messing about at all, that's proper stuff that. This was designed to work and to work properly. Beautiful. And that lands a gorgeous fit on there, exactly what I'd expect. This is really, really nice stuff. The big end bearings are sealed ball race, so that's completely maintenance free, and that's what they call a plumber block there. There'll be big bearings inside of there, and it's got grease knuckles on both sides. So this thing is designed just to run and run. It's not going to wear out in a hurry. I'm really impressed with the build quality of it, really impressed. I think the engine's quite old, but I don't think it's done very much work at all. I don't think it's been run on steam for any great length of time, if at all. I really would like to find out more about it. Roller big end or a ball race big end, completely maintenance free. And there's a grease nipple on there, there'll be a big plumber block bearing in there, one each side. All nicely, really nicely made, nicely put together. A credit to the man that made it. Once again, just time to say thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please do, because it is getting very near to the 100,000. Anyway, thanks for watching. Fucking knee, bastard thing.